Wake up, bullets. Wake up, myself.
Get the latest in dancehall, soca, reggae, and afro. Also donate to our PayPal and join our Patreon, Become the Apprentice.
So welcome back to another bulletproof show here, and we're touching on building, staying modern here. With staying modern with sound, staying modern with our creation, staying modern with just about everything. So yesterday we were talking about Nyla Blackman here, so we're gonna go through the drum area of things. So let's go ahead and listen to it. So easy. Okay, so we need a snare. Let's go back and listen to what we got here. Here we go. Let's add some clarity on that lead synth. I feel like we need some preamp action on the main synth. Remember, clarity makes a big difference with sounds to sound bigs. I'm gonna turn on pad input here. I'm gonna drop the preamp mic. Let's raise up a little bit here. So I'm adding a little bit of a top frequency here on the mid range for that flanger that we did yesterday. Let's bring that up. We can increase the input gain a little. Bring that up as well. now we're gonna bring up the kick from battery here. You might notice here, sorry, what I'm doing here with the SSL challenge chip. This particular version here, um, does not have a preamp here, but the THD is what it's kind of closest to it. It doesn't mean you can't mix with the SSL. This is a phenomenal board. The THD, I turn the screws up to get like maximum analog saturation. I'm not getting preamp, but I'm getting more analog saturation, which kind of gives me a little bit more apparent volume. So that's the closest thing I did to a preamp on this. So next thing, let's go to let's get some snare drums going here. I'm gonna use something I haven't used for a long time. I'm gonna go into Impact here, and I'm gonna look for some snare drums here. That can start a whole another rhythm right there, man. You can start a dancehall track with that thing. Well, let's keep cruising. That's a good kick too. That's a nice snare. We might come back to that. Very similar to what Nyla's been using. Remember, don't take more than probably 2 minutes. Just keep on cruising. Let's go back. This one sounds a little bit stronger here. It's a rim shot, by the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load up SSL here again. And for some reason, now when it comes to the Impact, I got to go into the actual mixing board because it's automatically routed to bus track. So, and each part is on its own track. So I'm going to have to go in here and go on rim, and or I can just create an instrument bus here. Well, let's go ahead and add. I'm going to add the SSL J. You can see the signal here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try a little bit of 150 just to add a little body. So originally Nyla is playing that. So let's listen to the intro here. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's see if we got the right thing here. Here we go. So I'm going to take that part right there and I'm going to pull it back over the side. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to be back and forth on the bus here, so I'm going to right click. I'm going to go create instrument bus here. So Studio One is going to create. Let me go back over here. Actually, let me rewind that. I'm gonna see if I can turn this into. This is it right here. I'm gonna see if I can turn it into an audio file. Remove instrument bus. Add bus was selected. There should be a. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna route that to I'm just gonna go to the drum sub, turn that into an audio. It has to be through a bus. And I'm gonna right click on that. I'm gonna go transform to render audio. The bus channel source contain no audio. I don't know why that is. It should be. So I'm gonna go back to impact here. Let's rewind here, my brother. We're gonna keep. I'm just gonna route the MIDI out of drum sub, and then I'm gonna go to transform render audio, bus source contain no audio. That is very strange. Can I route the impact directly to the drum sub? Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna hit click OK. So basically, I want to turn this into auto track. I'm just gonna left click and go mix down. Let's see if we get that. Whatever audio I'm getting out of the impact supposed to be converted to drums. And there it is. Now the reason for that is, like I said, impact automatically big up myself, but impact automatically routes its individual drum pads to a different bus in your mixer board, so it won't show up on like right here. Although I'm seeing it here, the sound is coming out of the mixer window. So I can remove this here now. Let's go and see what the hi-hat sound like for Nyla stuff. We can just take our normal drums. Let me go on and need presence for this. So grab a random. Now for presence, presence doesn't route because it's not a dedicated drum machine. It doesn't route the individual sounds to. As you can see the reading right here. It's coming direct out of a track. So. So I'm gonna kind of do that with a little bit of shaker. I'll go back, play the track. let me drag this at the front here. See if I can get the shaker. Now we need a Tums. So we're getting like a shaker effect here. That's what's being played. I'm gonna go back in Brazilian kit. Let's see if we can make. This one's a little bit stronger than that one's a little bit stronger than the other tom. So let's sync that in. There we go. Go back. Let's go back. Let's go back, play back again. We need to make that snare a little bit stronger. See if I remove the low end from the 162. The drum kind of sounds a little bit too thin. It's tight, but it's too thin. Let's raise that. And this tom needs a lot of help, so we're gonna grab a preamp. I want to use a trusty API. I'm gonna put 1176 on there because I really want it to be like really punchy here. Let's mess around with the controls here. Don't be afraid to add some low end to the toms here. Let's bring that snare drum down a little bit. Now we're going to move on into bringing down the hi-hats. We're layering another set of hi-hats here. Basically, we're just traveling. It's just a travel. I go to we can do that. We can try and look for a more modern sounding hi-hats. Maybe that one can work. I'm gonna lower the volume here. Let's put that in. Let's go back. So I'm going to drag that first bar to the front. Let me see what we got here. I feel like we need to pull up this main synth. Remember, we don't have a lot happening on this rhythm here, so it's very important that we make sure these instruments are translating. They're standing strong within the mix. So I'm gonna bring up the synthesizer here. Now we got to bring up the bass line here. I'm gonna use preamp to distort it a little bit more, give it more volume. Still need to get some weight on this toms here. I'm gonna push that up. Now, this is a tip in what you call taming synthesizers. If you feel like you see like the keys, it's kind of the main drives of the rhythm. Bum, 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 da, da, da. But I feel like there was a little bit too much mid range. So this is what I tend to do when I want to calm it down. You see what I'm doing here? I'm grabbing a little bit of 500 here at 1 dB drop, and it's taming that mid range. Off, on. I don't want it to get in the way, right? So we don't stop there. We keep going. We need to bring up the cowbell elements here. The question is always, how well are you listening to these tracks? We're listening to get an inspiration, and when we get inspiration, we create a similar speed, like the similar swing to the drum, but then we add our own flavor to it. That's what makes it original here. I'm gonna go underneath drum kits here again, and I'm gonna look for a cowbell. Let's see if I can find. I believe if I go back. These are some nice drums too. Don't forget to look into these. Let's go back here. This sounds very organic right here. Let's try that. We're gonna go back to Nyla here. Listen to the track again. So she's going pop, 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 pop. I'm gonna see how that sounds with the track. Not to my liking. Let's try and look for the original cowbell. I'm gonna go back to basic kit. We'll start from there. Let's try that one. Well, we can add that in here later on too. The original cowbell, it can be found in the M1. I'm just gonna work with that. This is an instance where we're trying different things, but I think it'll sound better if we go more authentic with the original cowbell. Let me go underneath. I believe it's percussions, ethnic percussions. Our percussions catalog. I'm looking for it. Let me try standard kit. There it is. That one right there. So let's play that. I'm gonna go back here, play the track from the beginning. Now, first of all, we definitely need preamp because M1 sounds are very low. There was not a lot of preamp. They're staying true to their sound. That way you can dirty it up with some mixing. Let's go back to the front. I'm gonna go here, drag a little bit to the front. Let's see if we can shave off a little bit of bottom end on this hi-hat. Give it a little more thinner, cleaner sound. Bring that bass up a little bit. Remember that open shaker. Very important we bring these elements up. These are part of the clarity section for drums. I'm going to add a little bit of 10K with the API, which gives it a beautiful, natural, cleaner sound. Let's see what's up with these drums here. So that layering here kind of adds to the drum. So I'm going to put that in at the beginning here. Here we go. Let's go back. Wait for it. So we have this drum here. Let's see what's going to happen if we add some reverb to that second layer drum. Just off curiosity here. So we need to bring this up, right? Sometimes, like when you're building beats, see, like we're getting carried away. Well, not carried away. We're listening to all this. Okay, the drum's getting bigger. The bass line's getting stronger. Go in and check individual tracks. The thing that made it soca, that pulse thing. Bring these things up. This is why we have to revert back to preamps here. You can even isolate all synths and see how they balance first. while that's happening, sometimes you got to keep track of where your loudness is. Right? Now I'm hearing some resonance in here. Let's isolate that. When it hits the top flanger. Everything right about there? So that part of the flanger doesn't affect the track here. Now the extra reverb on the second snare is kind of creating like a depth to the drums, which I kind of like. That's why I left it like that. You might say, well, Bullet, can you add any else thing more to it? Maybe a little sound, but pretty much. If we go to say like we mute the 2 bars here, that's pretty much the track right there. So like if we probably mute this section here of the keys, we can turn that part into the verse. Like check this out. Like if you want stuff to come back to the front, turn the reverb off on the main lead. Check this out. If I were to add another sound to it, like I said, would probably be less. Use something from maybe my time. It'll be something more of like the atmospheric. Let me go and eat Polly here. Let's see what we got here. That's kind of a arpeggiated. As you can see, Bullet, these are random sounds. You're not singing me putting a whole lot of rack of effects. These are the raw sounds of these things here. maybe something like that. Let's play back. Let's bring this up. Check this out. This is a very simple G sharp. I'm playing the notes as though it's a drum. Probably the percussion would take that part, tung, tung, tick, tung, tung, tick, tung, 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 you know. So I'm adding that. Well, the tung, 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 that's not real. They're doing percussion, but that tung, tung. So I'm using that as something to build upon. Going back. Now this is a good example because if we're playing the notes from C sharp major, D sharp, F minor, then we're going to G sharp to close the gap. So by playing, remember these are the two notes that make up G sharp major. So I can technically play G sharp major with the bass traveling. Without literally moving the cards. So if I take these two notes, it works with this coming from here. So I'm gonna put that in and layer that underneath. Let's go back. There we go. There we go. I'll save that for the main melody of the song. Let's push it right through. I'm gonna loop that from this point here because the MIDI board messed it up. I'll go back. Remember, use your modulation tricks. If I want this to sound wider, send a little bit copy to wave doubler. And then what you can do with this, you can break up your own arrangement here. Pause that part here. bass line turned out to be, uh, it complements the beat. We took we deliberately played the bass that way. It's coming from a Nexus here, basic sign. Um, we do that pause, and then we go up here. We moved it out. It sounds like an epic build up, and that works for the track. Um, there's always room on the table, Bullet. Um, we have up to 14 tracks here. If I wanted to, I could add more stuff, but it'll probably start to fall underneath maybe layering or maybe shorter. You see, what I'm adding this lead. Dun, 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 dun. I'm doing less playing. I'm not playing chords. Depends what you're going for. You can always do the high riser. You can add that in. You can add like maybe arpeggiated sound effects, vocal chops, like hey, with a big reverb. You can do stuff like that. That's pretty much what these artists are doing to make some of these things stands out. What is this? Cosmos sample. Let me see what this is. Uh, demo mode. I'm not sure what this is. I think I installed this thing. I'm not sure what it is. Cosmos sample finder. Oh, I'm looking for synths, man. Yeah, we have a UAD poly synth here. The creation is up to you, my brother. I'm not sure what else I would want to add here. I mean, if I pull in Dune, like I said, I'm already putting my mind in that mode. Like, okay, I'm add something else, but it's gonna be very less, but still have a meaningful impact. Let's see if I go on any leads. Those are some nice things to use. Um, these are leads, by the way. Let's see how that sounds. See, I'm doing like a pause here. I'm doing like a because I don't want to be playing like doing this. Maybe for a build up, but remember you gotta space out your stuff. So I'm gonna put that in. Let's play it. Put that in. I'm gonna bring it in at the bridge. Right here. Let's go back again. I'm gonna flip it to the keyboard again. Just at that point right there. It almost sounds like it's moving underneath the water like a flanger effect. And our lower end is standing out pretty well. Remember, I took out up to about 70 hertz. Make note of that if you're using super big bass and all that stuff. What did we do with the kick? We didn't add any low end to it. It sound punchy by itself. All we added was a little bit more saturation on the analog side and a little bit more mid range. We took off actually some low end on the kick up to 65. And we know we took off 70 on the sine bass. So you can see both of them are living in the same space. A little bit more mid range sound with the 2K boost. Other people might say that setting don't make sense, but it works for this kick. This is an electric kick. It's not an acoustic kick. I just felt like it kind of pounded a little bit more woof, woof, woof on the mid range side. I'm not looking to hear acoustic kick out of it. Um, we added low end, super low end on the snare drum. We layered with another one straight out the box, added some reverb to it. This is how it sounds. Combine that with the kick, the other snare. It kind of gives a nice realistic depth. Added a little few touches, and that's about it. I wouldn't go no further than that. Um, you know, 14, 15 tracks. The main point is it sounds big. It sounds modern. We started from scratch yesterday. We've spent a great deal of time focusing on tone, shape, creating atmosphere, even the playing factor. We're not just playing, we're adding stuff. Get more creative with your articulative playing. That helps create mood already in one sound and pave the way to make it sound bigger. That's about it. In terms of the master bus, this is all I have up here, man. It's just the L2. I would probably use the L4 if I wanted to get it like super loud, but it's already pinging. Now, when a vocal goes down on top of these sounds here, you might find that either you might have to rebalance certain instruments around the vocal or take the vocal down or bring it up to this level. More likely bring up the vocal to this level. But that's the fun part of building beats. It's not about, yes, we get inspiration from other sounds, but it's about making something original. Like we're playing something similar here, but it's totally fresh. It's original. So like I was talking about Lexicon yesterday. Like, man, these knobs are fun, but mess around with the depth. I don't know if you go in depth with these stuff like what I taught you, but I'm telling you, these stuff make a big difference on when you're composing sound. Put it in spaces. This is what makes it sound professional. These tools are like musicians to me. Like the way these tools, these compressors move these sounds, these signals, that this is what I'm listening to, what I'm hearing. So that's the joy of not only building the beat, but creating space and depth and maintaining the bulletproof sound, big and fat. All we have is a limiter, man, because we pretty much did all the heavy lifting in terms of bass, kick, and that whole thing. We're not lacking anything except for Jadel to go on this track, but send me something you got, Bullet. Let me learn something from you. Let me see the concept behind what you're doing. I don't know when you're going to do it. If it lays up, homie. If you got too many girls in your house, hey, man, do you need a wingman? I know where to go on, but it's fun teaching, man, but I like to learn from my students as well. Learn sound and idea, and that's what I'm about. That's why we keep bulletproofing every time. So I hope you enjoy your Sunday, bro. Thank you so much for always supporting the Soca Church. It's people like you that make it possible, man. I appreciate your commitment as we keep bringing soca out. So let me know what you want to do on the next show. Or I probably might send you a track and let you build something similar to it. Let me know what's up. I'm gonna send you these videos in a week so you can go over there. But it's saying lazy up on the rhythm. I'm not saying you're a lazy person. You're a hard worker. I support that 100%. I'm talking about the music side. Don't lazy up on the You know how the thing go, man. You come home sometimes tired, relax, just want to listen to some vibes, start catching vibes. That's understandable, my brother. When I was younger, I used to spend countless hours just playing keyboard, but I don't have time for that now because I have to do content. But I get to do it kind of like at least when we're doing stuff like this. But it's music that's always been a factor, man. That's a driving force, that God's put in me, man. Music has always been there, and it's just a privilege and journey to see where it's taking me. So enjoy your weekend, my brother. I'm sure when I'm in New York one of these times, definitely hit you up, even if it's to get a little bit of coffee with the bullet. I have family in New York. They're in Staten Island, and yeah, man, things I work on, my brother. So I'm gonna stop there. Hope you learned a lot in the reason to how we conquer these beat after beat. It's not skill is one thing. Yes, we know our keys, but I'm talking about improvisation. We take stuff that we like and we make a big fresh original. That's what I teach. So yeah, man. So yeah, let me know if you're gonna be doing some more collabs and all that stuff. So I'm gonna say peace out, bullet. Bless up every time. Big up the bullet 24/7. New York girls, them sugar the bulletproof. Bless up.